2 hours. That's all it took for a brand new repository to hit 50,000 stars on GitHub. Before long, it crested 152,000 stars and 101,000 forks, becoming one of the fastest-growing open-source projects on record. This explosion of interest started at 4 in the morning, when the source code for a highly secretive, proprietary AI coding tool suddenly appeared online. Developers who downloaded the snapshot quickly realized they were holding on to heavily guarded intellectual property. Excitement turned into immediate panic over potential lawsuits and legal liability from massive tech corporations just for having the files on their local drives. That intense legal pressure forced a dramatic pivot. A massive overnight effort was launched to rewrite the entire system from scratch without using the original code, creating Claw Code, a legally safe alternative that immediately shattered GitHub metrics. To understand why millions of developers rush to download this, we have to look at how large language models actually work. An AI might be brilliant at writing logic in a chat window, but on its own, it is completely isolated from your computer. This diagram shows the gap between an AI and your computer. To bridge that gap, developers use what's called a harness layer. This is the software infrastructure that connects the AI's brain to your local file system, your compiler, and your real-world development workflows. The harness is responsible for taking a high-level command, breaking it down into individual tasks, invoking the right tools, and managing the AI's memory across a long coding session so it doesn't lose context. Until that 4 a.m. leak, the architecture powering the most capable coding harnesses was an opaque black box. Tech companies kept this control layer locked down, hiding the exact mechanics of how they orchestrated AI tools. The Leap snapshot gave independent engineers a clear look at how those proprietary systems were structured. It provided the exact blueprint the community needed to start building transparent AI agents of their own. One of the people studying that blueprint was Sigrid, known online as Instructor. Jin was already heavily invested in AI harness engineering, consuming an astounding 25 billion tokens in a single year, earning him a profile in the Wall Street Journal. Jin downloaded the leaked files to study their structure, but the situation was intensely precarious. His girlfriend warned him he could face severe legal consequences from corporate lawyers just for having the code on his machine. Rather than simply deleting the files and walking away, Jin sat down at his computer. He decided to execute a full cleanroom rewrite, porting the core features to Python from scratch before the sun came up. This meant rebuilding the logic of the world's most advanced AI tool architecture purely from his understanding of how it functioned, deliberately avoiding copying a single line of the proprietary source material. Completing a project of that immense scale overnight required a highly specialized methodology. To build a new open-source AI framework, Jin enlisted existing AI orchestration tools to write the code alongside him. He relied on a tool called oh-my-codex, or OMEX, an orchestration layer created by his collaborator Yi-Chan Ho, to drive the rapid porting session. Using OMEX's team mode, Jin was able to coordinate parallel code reviews and establish complex architectural direction on the fly, with the AI acting as a real-time sounding board. He then activated Ralph mode. This set up persistent execution loops that continuously tested and verified the new code as soon as it was written. Through this automated workflow, Jin systematically translated the mechanical concepts he had observed in the leaked snapshot into a completely original, legally pristine Python codebase by morning. Claw Code stands as a working demonstration of AI bootstrapping AI. It is an open infrastructure that was built openly, using the exact tools it replaces. That frantic overnight sprint established the initial Python foundation, but the project has matured rapidly since those first few hours. This diagram shows the project's ongoing technical evolution. The engineering team is currently transitioning the core system from Python into a new Rust port, targeting a much faster, memory-safe runtime for enterprise production environments. The repository operates entirely independently. It contains zero-tracked proprietary source material, a fact the developers regularly validate through strict structural parity audits. By forcing themselves through that rigorous cleanroom process, the creators neutralized the corporate legal threat. They successfully delivered a fully inspectable foundation that independent developers can study and build on without fear. The overwhelming response to Claw Code acts as a massive referendum. The developer community is actively rejecting the idea that their AI infrastructure should be locked down and controlled by a few massive entities. The enduring value of the project lies in the open research it enables. It provides a shared space for systems programming collaboration and transparent harness engineering. To get involved, visit clawcode.codes, star the official GitHub repository, and join the InstructKR Discord to collaborate directly with the engineers. The fastest-growing open-source repository on record proved that the mechanics of AI orchestration cannot be permanently kept in a black box. The future of the harness layer belongs in the open.